Hello, you know what it is? Everyday superpower. You're going to learn about body language, non-verbal communication, and everything in between. We lay it down nice and simple so you can understand. And today we're going to be talking about how to stand like a dominant individual, or how to identify a man who is proud and feeling, at least on a subconscious level, quite dominant in his surroundings, okay? So if you like the idea of what we're going to get into, click like. If you enjoy what you are going to hear, which I'm sure you will do, click subscribe because we put videos out ever so regular. We've got an incredible catalogue building so far. And if anything springs to mind, leave a comment. So without further ado, let's get into it. As you can see, I have put Superman and his feet in particular and his, breadth of his foot stance essentially in particular is what we're going to be looking at. It's going to be a stance where the feet lie flat on the ground, okay? We're sturdy and stable, yeah? We're not ready to run off anywhere. Our feet will be pointing somewhat outwards, okay? Allowing other people to be involved and come in. If our feet were close together or if our feet were facing inwards, that's a little bit defensive and it's as if to say, I'm not inviting anybody into my space, okay? Because it's a very concentrated space a person could enter. Whereas if the feet were broad and open, showcasing to the world, here is the the span and the spectrum of openness I've got, then you can identify as someone who's confident and not scared of potential threat. Okay, so the weight is distributed across both feet. The weight is not distributed on one foot like the back foot as if somebody is ready to get off. Basically, to put a long story short, what you'll see throughout this entire position and gesture, and if you want to replicate it, is that if you did feel somewhat threatened or scared, it's going to be a little tougher for you to replicate it purely as your intuition, your stomach, and your mind is going to be in a different position. So you're consciously going to have to manipulate your body into producing this body language, okay? So the arms are going to be placed to the side rather so than in the pockets. Definitely, that is that is a necessity, full stop, regardless of what you're trying to get across, okay? Your arms are not going to be in your pockets. Your arms are not going to be crossed. You're always going to have that ventral side open, okay? Your torso exposed, yeah? Even better if you've undone some buttons or unzipped your jacket to allow people in, okay? Don't shield yourself, all right? Your hands are not being used to prop against the wall or a table. You are just nice, loose, comfortable, okay? The hips, as we can see, or perhaps not in this particular video, but I'm sure you can imagine the Superman stance. The hips are somewhat protruding forward, not to an evident extent, and what is that is a genital display, okay? So when it comes to men, dominance and territorial stances and unthreatened stances, the genitals play a big role in that because we want to protect them. So if we are not protecting them and putting them out there into the world, it's a showcase of how fearless we are, okay? Right, so standing with the feet even and stable is going to show others that you are in control of one's body, yeah? Yawn. Tell me if you've yawned alongside with me. And it shows that you're prepared to stand your own ground. Why is that? Because you're territorial, you've taken up a lot of space, and you're firm and sturdy, alright? You're not standing with your legs close together where you can be pushed over by someone, alright? You don't need to lean against anything, as I said, because you can stand alone, right? You're planted firm, and you're showing off the genital area, okay? Forming a wide base, my apologies. So this is purely based essentially within the legs. This is a stance. I don't want to get all up and down the body because I've done individualized videos on that. So the legs are broad, the feet are facing outwards, the genitals are exposed, the chest, stomach are exposed. Now, you don't want your head facing down to the floor, so the head is up, dominant, proud, the neck is exposed, you're not scared. All right, now it's up to you as to what you want to be doing with your hands. Obviously, you're going to be communicating and illustrating to some degree. You can't just stand there frozen, right? So if you're communicating, whether you want to expose your palms to show friendship and a degree of submittance so you can lubricate conversation, that's up to you. Whereas if you want to be, you know, an authoritarian figure, you can conceal them palms, and you can hold the hand a little more downwards, a little more downwards facing, a little more oppressive. Okay, so there you go. That is the dominant stance. You can feel free to stand like Superman given you want. It's completely up to yourself. Just be careful as to who you do it around, because subconsciously some men may feel that you're trying to impose on them an air of dominance, and if you're doing it in the workplace, your boss might not find it too happy, and so on and so forth. So if you enjoyed that, click like, click subscribe. Anything to comment, leave a comment. See you next time. Goodbye.